Ah.
My name is TJ, and you suck at Arma Reforger. And it's not because you're new. Oh no, that would make too much sense. You suck because you've watched every single tutorial, you've read every goddamn Reddit post, you've subscribed to every single moron with a tips and tricks channel, including mine, and you're still a dingus. Now, before I enlighten your goldfish brain with these 5 reasons on why your father should have swallowed you, it's time for a little server update. I am very happy to announce that I'm working together with the creators of Theater of War. Theater of War is an upcoming Arma game mode that none of you are gonna want to miss out on. How do I know this? Well, because their mode lines up perfectly with those 20 million YouTube polls I did some time ago on the channel, asking you about faction-locked kits, a focus on teamwork and communication, modern gear and weapons, no Barbies at spawn, persistent XP over multiple servers, etc, etc. July 5th at 9 PM CET. That's the date that they're gonna start their first playtest, and everyone is welcome to join. Why do I care so much about some other dude's server? Well, because we'll probably run a smaller scale version of this exact mode on our very own server in the future. So again, July 5th, 9 PM CET. Be there or be a dingus. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. By the way, it might sound like I've had a couple beers already, but I promise you, it's just water, alright? Stop asking questions. Reason 1. Q. Now, don't get me wrong. You aren't bad at the game because your shots miss. You're bad because half of your game time is wasted queuing on a full server like a Now look at this. There's like 5 fully queued servers, each with like 40 or 50 people waiting to get in. They're all trying to squeeze into the same modded vanilla plus meat grinder because that one dude on YouTube was using that 45-degree canted aim, so, you know, now I have to play this server. If you ding guy just joined an empty server together, you'd be playing already. Wouldn't it be nice if the game offered an option like that though? Imagine you're queuing up and then you get a pop-up saying, you and 150 other morons are queuing while server name X has 127 open slots. Would you like to join server X instead? No. Use your brain and just do it yourself next time, alright? Go to the browser, filter by ping, filter by players, and even then you can just type WCS or King of the Hill or Arma Life, you know, whatever it is you feel like playing. What I'm trying to get at is be smarter than a public toilet seat. Reason 2. Experience. So let's imagine you get lucky as hell and you finally get access to a real vehicle. You know, like one of those cars with the metal plates and the big stick on top of it. At this point, you feel like a massive Chad until you see your first target, and then panic. You open the map to range the shot for some reason, and next thing you know, you're dead. Because you have zero clue how any of it works. You have no idea what infrared mode even means. No idea which side of the helicopter is the pilot and which is the gunner. You don't even know if the thing floats or sinks if you flip it into the ocean. Now here's a radical concept. go into Game Master and spawn it in. Congratulations. You have now ascended to advanced Dingus. And I know mentioning Game Master to practice anything is already triggering some of you right now, because I said the same thing in a YouTube short about learning how to fly. But Jesus Christ, bro. For once, just listen to the guy which video you are actively watching, you know? Just once. That APC that you yeeted off a cliff in like 7 seconds after spawning it, that could have lasted at least like 10 more minutes if you took 5 seconds to figure out its braking distance at full speed. That long-range cannon shot that you fumbled in a tank, that could have been a hit if only you knew how the sights worked. Game Master. Practice. Stop being a little bit. Reason 3. Menus. If you're still here playing Arma, and you're still complaining about FPS or controls, then did you know you're running a PC port on your console? Did you know that you're running 48 different mods on a dusty console that you've never even cleaned? I mean, have you ever dusted it off at all? Or, you know, tell it looks pretty today? No. And I do agree, alright? Your controls, whack. Your settings, whack. The way that you talk, whack. The way that you don't even like to smile, whack. Me, my settings are tight as fuck. You are not playing a game tailored for consoles, okay? You're running a massive, like 4K TV in your living room instead of a monitor on an HDMI cable that came with your iPod Nano in like 2005. This is the same for PC gamers, by the way. That old laptop that your mom got 10 years ago is not gonna cut it, alright? Stop looking for a magic optimization FPS boost video to save you somehow. Turn down the resolution on your machine. Get an actual monitor that isn't a massive TV. Turn off the motion blur if the game even allows this on console. And for console users, turn on performance mode, alright? Quality mode is only meant for dreamers and nightmares. Also, don't forget to customize your controls like a functioning human being, you know? Or don't. I don't really care. But don't complain about controller controls for a game that requires a keyboard and a mouse. Reason 4. Rounds. Now, if you've played Arma for a while, especially some of the vanilla modes, not all of them, not every single mode does this. The match is over, alright? Your team has clearly won, but then I hear you in the voice chat going, "Please don't cap the last zone, the game is gonna end." That's what you sound like, right? You're always like... I mean, you've clearly won, but no, you want to let the enemy recap the last objective so you can finally use that Apache helicopter that you've been grinding for 3 hours. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever watched the movie Jarhead? If you don't see the connection, let me spell it out for you. You've spent the whole war prepping for one single event, in this case, flying an Apache helicopter, possibly crashing it into the floor 10 seconds later. And then you cry when the opportunity vanishes. The match has been going on for 5 hours, bro. You're just late, alright? I understand this is not fully your fault. I understand you want to use the XP that you grinded for, but my boy, the war is over. Cap the final objective like a big boy and end the match. No one cares about you trying to get more clips for your compilations, alright? No one cares about your stats or your KD and Arma. Put on your big boy pants and win the damn game like a half grown up. There's nothing more annoying than spending time and having no reward, right? But the same goes for the people whose reward is winning the actual match. The people that pushed every single objective right up until the final one, those people need their reward more than you need your clips. The game is meant to be started, played, and finished. Not started, played, almost won, extended because clips and I almost got a nice clip and then just one more clip and then we'll finish them. Please retreat so I can fly the Apache and Reason 5. Hot zone. If you're the first one out of the bird, APC, out of the boat, out of the truck, out of the car, out of the big Chungus bike, the first one off of a bicycle, whatever. If you are the first one out and you don't mag dump into the first set of trees that you see, you are the reason everyone dies. Answer me this, bro. Humor me. Riddle me this. What are you saving that magazine for? Hop out and suppress the enemy or whatever looks like the enemy. You could use your pistol. You could use like a secondary SMG, you know, even a quick burst of rage over the mic and proximity chat. Just anything. The first guy out isn't supposed to be a deer in headlights. He's supposed to cover the rest of the guys who are stuck in the I am leaving the vehicle way too calmly animation. And before you even get into a vehicle, your gun better be on full auto with a full mag and your finger ready on the trigger like you're a police officer in the US during a simple traffic stop. Oh, they shoot so many innocent people. No, but seriously, how are you still climbing into a helicopter with your gun on safe and some mystery magazine half full of tracer rounds? You're a dingus, alright? You're a danger to yourself. You're a danger to yourself and a danger to the rest of society. You should be like a freshly squeezed baby coming out of the womb. Loud, possibly covered in bodily fluids, and afraid of everything that moves, alright? And once that driver or pilot gives you that smack on the butt cheeks, it's time to start screaming. Alright, be loud, shoot first, and maybe the guy behind you won't take a mouthful of 7.62. Now let's do a quick little recap before I go back to unplugging my frontal cortex and I start working more on a custom trench map that I'm making that has like 8 kilometers of trenches. Check out my Discord. 1. Servers. Stop queuing like a sheep and start joining like a goat. 2. Practice. Game Master exists. Use it, you moron. I can't stress enough how helpful it is. 3. Settings. Customize them to your liking or stop complaining like a little biznitch. 4. Endings. Win the match. Don't drag it out. Alright, cool clips are only cool if they happen during the match, not during your fabricated extension of the match. There is no honor in it. Number 5. Suppress. Mag dump or die in every single hot drop. You know, or better yet, just forget about it. Leave the server so someone more qualified can actually have a chance. I want to thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. You're still here, huh?